Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's going on, man? What's going on? So Jackson State Tigers, man, they do it again, man. They pulled it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, the Camels were food, man. You're food. Bro, the defense came out there and was doing their thing, man. They were doing their thing. Great game, great game. But like I said, man, like I said, in the last video I did, you know, reviewing the stats and everything like that. I didn't think Campbell was gonna win, and then I got a chance to even watch him. I was on another channel, and I was on like other people's messaging boards and stuff like that, and I was just like, look, man, Campbell can't handle speed, man, especially that offensive line. But yeah, man. What a day, man. What a day, man. I don't see too much content being put out as far as like the naysayers and whatnot. You know, making videos about Jackson State's victory over Campbell. A lot of people are just, you know, moving along as if nothing really happened, man. So you can tell who the haters are and who the lovers of Jackson State. All the people that love Jackson State and stuff like that. They put out content. Now, this is not all the content creators and whatnot, as far as like people covering HBCU, football and stuff like that, and FCS football. But yeah, some people, especially the people supporters of Jackson State, they act the homecoming and stuff like that. So you kind of understand. They probably enjoying the celebration, the festivities and stuff like that. But yeah, anything if shouts out to the new subscribers or anything like that. I'm not always right as far as my predictions and everything like that. But when I am, I like to rub it in, man. I like to rub it in. So I was telling everybody, on everybody's platform and stuff like that, and the live chats and stuff like that, how Campbell can't handle speed. Campbell bites on play actions. And that's exactly what happened in the third quarter, man. When Jackson State, you see this? When he got the was it Stevens? Is it DJ Stevens or something like that? Anyway, man, the tight end got the touchdown. He did a play action. I think it was like a bootleg play or something like that, man. But anyway, he was wide open, and they bit hard on that play action, man. I just knew it, man. And but it's so much about this game, man. It's just so much, man. I mean, that's why I can. I think that's why people can just stay online for like an hour or two and just talk about this whole game, all of the storylines leading up to the game, the storylines after the game, which is pretty much bleak as of right now. A lot of people just pretty much okay. Jackson State won. The haters are silent, which is good because it's like somebody talking smack and pretty much pop them in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a little kid talking back, jibber jabbering, just talking too much. Some kids get out of line. It's cute up to a certain point, and you ever get that like flicking a booger and just pop that lip, like pop the lip. You know, see a kid get like popped in the lip, like be quiet, like pop. And you don't want to elevate it to a point where you got to do like a backhand, but that's pretty much what happens. Start off with FAMU, uh, Campbell. Now Campbell was Campbell was the backhand. So let's say FAMU was like a pop on the lip, like flicking the booger, pop on the lip. But the Campbell game was like the backhand pop on the lip. You know what I'm saying? That's why like you got a lot of detractors aren't saying nothing. You know who they are. They cover historical black colleges all the time. Maybe they had Jackson State enjoying the festivities and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So they probably went down. I mean, the haters are the biggest fans. The haters are the biggest fans. They probably down in Jacksonville at the homecoming, having a good time, man, because they had everybody out there, man. I'm telling you, man, they had everybody out there. I mean, they had Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, the P Valley or whatever like that. You know that. What was that? I don't know what is that? I see commercials on it, but it was supposed to be like some strippers um TV show or something like that. Um anyway, man, it reminded me of that movie. What was that? The Players Club or something like that. Anyway, yeah, man, they had a lot of people out there, man. All the rappers and stuff like that. Did you see the sideline and everything like that? Rick Ross was impressed, man. Rick Ross was like he was laying up, and did you see Prime on the seats, man? The seats, man. They really decked it out on that sideline, man. That was really nice, man. I think Snoop Dogg and Rick Ross was really impressed and everything like that. But moving on from that, man. So the detractors didn't get what they wanted. They've been backslapped in the mouth. So, have a Coke and a smile. Have a Coke and a smile. Chill out. Uh, this game, as far as a statistic wise, went exactly how I thought it would go, and how a lot of people thought it would go. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to I think it's Kobe from the Blitz City podcast. Shouts out to him. He mentioned a lot of red zone statistics, and I think third down statistics. I think it was red zone, third down conversions, and penalties. And they showed up. They showed up. They showed up in this game. I'm glad he mentioned that, man, because I was thinking, man, okay. But both of the numbers for both Jackson State and Campbell were bad. You know what I'm saying? They didn't rank too high in those statistics and stuff like that. But yeah, leading up to the game, I'm gonna get the statistics real quick, okay? Now leading up to the game, I think Mike Minter, the coach of Campbell, had mentioned something like what did he say? He had mentioned the Jacksonville's defense as the 85 Bears. I was telling everybody, look, that defense is for real. I was on like Swag Buzz, I had called in. I was like, look, man, that defense is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with the defense. Some people try to complain about the defense. Like, no, it's not the defense. It's the offense being able to move the ball and get them a good field position to score. You know what I'm saying? You need to move the ball to get in good field position where the punter can pin down the offense, and so the defense can do their thing. So when they get the ball back, they're working on a short field or whatever like that. But I was like, ain't nothing wrong with the defense. Defense is solid. But I was like, man, maybe he gonna pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Maybe gonna throw a few shots deep down the field and stuff like that with the quarterback. But none of that happened, man. And then as far as like the Campbell reporters, man, as I was watching these games and stuff like that, especially like that Robert Morris game and stuff like that, I just watched how they talked about the Campbell going up against Jackson State. They didn't sound confident. No, man, they didn't sound confident at all. I think one of the guys came on Tiger Talk or something like that, man, or one of these, HBCU game day or something like that. I don't know, man. They came up on there and they talked about the team. But as far as like what I was just listening to, looking at the body language of the reporters and stuff like that. Nah, man, they didn't seem too confident Campbell was going to win versus Jackson State. Not only that, some guy was, reading out some picks. You know what I'm saying? Some picks from other writers and stuff like that. Nobody was picking Campbell to win. And then from this computer generated joint, right? I'll show you the computer generated power rankings, okay? Jackson State was favored by 18. So I was just like, nah, man, they didn't. But nah, it wasn't going to happen. But yeah, man, that Hajj Malik Williams, man, if he had a cannon on him, if he had a cannon, if he had an arm, if he had a halfway decent arm, I'm thinking Campbell could have won. But it turned out, I wanted to make another video prior to this, but I just didn't get to it. Um, we, Jackson State defense, no, they did their thing. They got penetration. Deion Sanders pretty much said that, uh, yeah, it was one particular YouTube content creator that came up with a question, that posed a question to Deion Sanders about the size of that offensive line and stuff like that. This guy was fixated on Campbell's offensive line. I think you guys knew who I'm talking about. But Deion Sanders pretty much said um, that speed is going to kill. Now, and I watched that Robert Morris game, and Robert Morris ain't got half the size that the Jackson State defensive line got. And I was like, man, if you got speed, man, you hit these gaps on the option in these running games. You hit the gaps hard on gap assignment and stay disciplined of where these gaps are going to be and who's hitting what gap. That you can beat the option, you know what I'm saying? Because beating the option is all about discipline and gap responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? You got the one gap or one A gap, or, two, and then C is the outside or whatever like that. 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? In between these, the guard and center and the guard and these tackles and stuff like that. And all you have to do is play gap responsibility. That's pretty much it. You can stop it. You know. Of course, it comes down to the quality of play, because but at the end of the day, you hitting gaps. You're shooting for a gap. You're not trying to push the line back. All you're trying to do is create disruption, pretty much. But anyway, Jackson State did that. Everybody in the secondary did a great job. They got a garbage point at the end with like a minute left over Tavion. I think it was Beasley. But other than that, man, Travis did his thing, shut down everything. I'll move along from this, man. I just want to move along. Yeah, like I said, it was Jackson State's game to lose, man. Like I said in the video, man, it was Jackson State's game to lose, and they played like it, you know what I'm saying. But the game plan and everything like that, Aubrey Miller, man, defense, man, they was just lights out, man. They was just lights out, and they did their thing. They kept Jackson State in the game, and so as you can see here. I said the score should either be like 24-17 or like 35-20. And so this is what the score ended up beating. Because Campbell has size, man, and that defensive line of theirs was pretty stout. They had some big boys. I didn't think Jackson State was gonna score that many points, man. I just didn't think they was gonna score that many points. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a like a D1 school, man. This Campbell, man, they got kind of like D1 talent. They got like at least 4 players that being scouted. You know what I'm saying? As far as for NFL prospects. You know what I'm saying? We got ours, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of scouts came to the game. A lot of recruits came out to the game to visit Jackson State homecoming. So it was a big opportunity for Campbell. But the thing is, even after the game, Mike Minter and Campbell, their attitude was this was a test for them. So I don't think they believe that. I don't think their confidence was high coming into this game, man. It's overwhelming. If you go look at the videos and stuff like that, as far as like their stadium is very small. They only got one section. You know what I'm saying? They lucky to have a football field. They got a football field, But other than that, man, you pretty much on campus, man. You know what I'm saying? You kick the football field. It's out. You kick the football field through the goalpost, man. And you got any kicking power, man? You kicking out into the street. You know what I'm saying? That's how they stadium is, man. It's small. You know what I'm saying? It's small. So I think they scouted this team out well. Like I said, Jackson State has pretty much a, they got a game plan, man. They got a game plan for all these quarterbacks in the SWAC and the historical black colleges. We looking at mobile quarterbacks. That quarterback Hodge Malik Williams, man, probably should be at running back, man. He can fly, man. I'm telling you, man, that guy can fly. And you saw Travis Hunter try to tackle him, man. I think he just jumped right over Travis. He can fly, but as you can see here, he's like less than 50% right here. Shador, he had a decent game. All right. Again, Hodge Malik Williams is the second leader rusher. A lot of people got what they want, man. They saw Wilkerson. They saw Wilkerson, the running back for Jackson State, do his thing. I think it's J.D. Martin. He did his thing, man. He did his thing too, man. They really did do a great job. And when we needed to have, when Jackson State needed them to have breakout runs, they got it. But yeah, man, all these guys right here, man. Damn, man. And they ain't getting no yards, man. It wasn't for Hodge Malik Williams, they would have had less than 100 yards rushing. But yeah, I think they missing somebody. Didn't they have some guy named Barker or something like that running the ball for Campbell? But anyway, man, the thing is about Campbell, man, is they the way they run the rock and stuff like that, and how big they linemen and stuff is. They're never gonna, for one, the linemen aren't mobile. Okay. Like I said with Deion Sanders, what he was mentioning about that line is that, you know, they slow. You get what I'm saying? They slow, and if you had noticed what Jackson State did, man, they had Big Country, they had True Thomas back, but they had Big Country out there. Big Country's not the biggest guy, but he's fast on the end. So they had Niles Gotti out there in Big Country at defensive end, and they rotated those big guys, man, which I knew they was gonna do because Jackson State has about at least 5 defensive tackles that weigh like 300 plus pounds. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it was like, okay, they're gonna use it. They're gonna use these big guys up front. Use the 270, 290 pound guys to hit the for like speed and whatnot. And that's what happened, man. And Aubrey Miller, man, he was lights up, man. Anyway, as far as the offensive statistics, man, it is what it is. You know, you had a few guys move the ball and everything like that, but a lot of Martin fumbled the ball. Shador threw an interception. Hodge Malik Williams, he fumbled. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, the special teams were great. Mata, what do you call him? Automata. He had a great game for Jackson State. But yeah, man, this video is getting kind of long. So, but at the end of the day, I don't think Campbell felt as if they were going to win, man. I just don't feel as if we're going to win. You could tell by the body language of Mike Minter on the sideline. He seemed kind of subdued to me. And the way the body language of Deion and how the game was flowing, it seemed like they was in control. Because even at one point, man, they start passing to, what's his name? Travis Hunter, man. They just like kept forcing the ball to Travis Hunter, which I thought was crazy. So anyway, let's move on. I don't want to, this is versus sports simulator. This is my first time looking at it, man. This is my first time looking at it. I like the simulators. I like the simulators as far as the FCS rankings and stuff like that. They're pretty much. I think they're more non-biased, and I just like I like the computer simulations better than people, man. Because like I said, we got those haters out there, and some of these people are writers and stuff like that, man. They got credentials and stuff like that, and you see some people just you know, yeah. Sometimes you gotta value your own opinion and what you see in some of these teams and stuff like that, man. And from what I saw, I don't in Campbell, man, I don't know how a lot of people were even high on them, even with their recruiting class, but how they play and stuff like that just didn't, and the numbers just didn't mesh up with me. So anyway, Jackson State moved up. It looks like they moved up a spot. It looked like they moved up 4 spots. That's the rankings they have right here. Look like rankings, wins, losses, previous rank. So yeah, they moved up 4 spots. So this is the previous rank right here. But this is new to me, so let's move on to another ranking, man. We just X this out. Let's move on to another ranking. But these are good. This is good. I will go with the FCS simulators, man. Don't go with don't go with these other like newspaper rankings, man, because they just generated by people anyway, man. I'll just go with the computer generated ones. So let's go with this one, man. I'm familiar with no, this is a CBS.com ranking. They finally got their rankings out. They're the only ones that got their rankings out as of right now, man. And CBS, we moved up 1 spot from 7 to 6. So that computer generated ranking is pretty much spot on. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much spot on, man. It's not too bad. Not too bad. But you have to realize that some people reference these computer generated rankings. They reference these computer generated rankings, man. As you line it up here, man. Hold on. This is not the one I wanted. Not too far off, man. Not too far off. You see here? This is the human one. You got the human one here. Got the computer generated one here. Except for Holy Cross is not number 1, but that's how it goes, man. Then you got this one. This is the Congrove computer rated rankings. I like this one, man. Congrove's had Jackson State number 1, but here's the thing. When you guys complain about these scores and stuff like that, when you guys complain about the scores and be like, oh, with Jackson State, they could have scored like X amount of points. Don't worry about it, man. Just worry about Jackson State covering the spread. Because in this one, Jackson State was favored to win by 18 points, and they didn't win by 18 points, okay? They didn't win by 18 points. Okay, yeah, even with the last minute touchdown, it would have just been about 2 touchdowns. It would have been like 15 points or something like that. But they didn't cover the spread. And what I told you guys, when Jackson State covers the spread, that's pretty good because most teams don't. Even though they favored, most teams don't. So they lost like a fraction of a point because they didn't cover the spread. If they had covered the spread, they probably would have stayed at number 1. And then, they probably be number 1, right? But anyway, they lost a few points. Okay, but this is really good, man. This simulator is pretty darn good, man. I like this simulator. Because the wins, loss, strength of schedule, not so great for Jackson State. But, yeah, man. And they got the power rankings and stuff like that. And, how strong the team is and everything. But yeah, check this one out, man. It's college football poll.com. Okay. All right. So let's move along because we have some more exciting news. Game day, man. College game day. ESPN Game Day reveals Jackson State is the location that they'll be at for week 9 location, man. All right. So this be versus Southern. Okay, I think it's supposed to be the Boombox Classic. Okay, the Boombox Classic. This is another home game for Jackson State. So they got back-to-back home games, which is good because they got a lot of recruits coming in. And so, yeah, man. You see here, Southern holds the historical advantage of being like 35-30 as far as like head-to-head matchup against Jackson State. But yeah, I'll do a breakdown, man. I'm gonna watch some of the Southern game. I'm gonna watch a game or two, and then I'll give you a prediction. All right. But other than that, man, it's been all good, man. Check it out. It's on Twitter, man. That's Cite the Source. This is on ESPN.com. They even put it on College Game Day Twitter. You know, so you got the blue check here. It's on Twitter. You see the date and time. I got the date and time wrong in the last video. I said September 22nd instead of October 22nd. My bad, man. But yeah, man. Thanks for listening, man. There's not much else to say. There's not much else to say. Everybody knows that a lot was riding on that game, that Champbell game. Okay, but I just didn't believe Jackson State was gonna lose. The game went exactly like I thought it was gonna go. It was a defensive game. It was going to be a struggle because Campbell, they got talent, man. Campbell, you know, they got talent and they got size, but they don't have speed, nor do they have the quarterback, nor the offense to beat Jackson State. Okay, they ain't got the kind of offense at all. That's on another level. But other than that, man, thanks for listening. I'll catch y'all later. All right, bye.